Hello everyone, Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. I decided that I wanted to jump on and do a little bit more live crafting with you again tonight. So I had so much fun last night that I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump on again tonight and have a little bit more fun. So once again, my name is Donna Gray. I'm a Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia, and I sell all things to do with paper craft. So we sell stamps, inks, cardstock, tools, absolutely anything that you need, ribbons, embellishments, anything that you need to create your beautiful paper craft projects. So at the moment, we as demonstrators are able to purchase some pre-order products out of our brand new catalog. And this is my brand new catalog that is going live on the 3rd of June. And you can see all the tabs here, all the awesome things that I'm going to be having a fun time playing with. And you can order some of those things in a starter kit right now. So if you love what I use tonight, this can be placed in your starter kit and you can join Stampin' Up as we speak today and put these things in your starter kit. So the starter kit comprises of, you choose $235 worth of product and you only pay $169. So you get a really, really great, awesome deal to start off with the starter kit. Plus you then get an ongoing 20% discount off all your further orders while you stay current with Stamping Up. There is limits that you have to make. The quarterly amounts that you have to make, it's about $156 a month that you need to spend to stay current. So you can wholly and solely join just to get discount. You can wholly and solely join just to purchase for yourself. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to have customers. You can just enjoy the fact of having a discount. So when you jump on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I've got my phone beside me here so I can see. I've got Sharon, Jenny, Kayla, Shirley, Wendy, Rail, Sammy Jo, Linda, Margaret, Cheryl. Okay, so welcome everybody. So what I thought I would do, I was just watching a video and I absolutely fell in love with. These are the two cards that I made last night using this gorgeous set. So I'm going to be using the same stamp set again tonight. And I was trying to find the stamp set. So the jar of flowers. The jar of flowers comes in a bundle and you save 10% by purchasing in a bundle. You get this awesome punch and the jar of flowers. So if you don't have a big shot machine, these type of bundles with the punch are absolutely awesome. Also comes with cute little mason jars that fit over the top of this jar, and it is fantastic as well because you can make shaker cards. It's a beautiful bundle. So what I thought I would do, I was watching a video and Lisa Curcio, who is a demonstrator over in the US, made this gorgeous card and it was a fun fold card. So I thought I would actually have a go at the card that Lisa made, but I thought I might change it up a little bit. So I need to grab, so this is the designer series paper that comes in the flowers for every season. So I thought I'm going to choose a piece of this designer series paper that I'm going to use as the patterned paper. So I'm going to have to make a choice here of what I want to use. So we've got some really cute flower patterns. These are in our new in colors. So we've got every year, Stampin' Up brings out another set of in colors, and these are, all this paper actually blends in with our in colors. So we've got 5 new colors. We have Bumblebee, we have Cinnamon Cider, we have Misty Moonlight, we have Just Jade, and we have Magenta Madness. So we've got some gorgeous, beautiful colors here. So I'm going to pick a piece of this designer series paper. I'm not quite sure exactly what I'm going to pick just yet out of these papers, but I'm going to pick a piece of designer series paper and that's going to choose what my base is going to be and what colors I will be using. And everything's about to fall here on my desk, what I will be using to make the card tonight. So I actually don't mind that one there. That one's quite nice. I'll get out 2 sheets of that. I don't know whether I'll need to do 2. So it's got a really nice reverse pattern on the back. I think that's the one I'm going to use. Ooh. No, I did blues last night. I think I need to stick to something like this, something a bit different in the color. Hey, Vicky, how are you? You can't sleep. You got on your iPad and look who you found. Isn't it amazing? Look who you found. It's little old me. I'll pop that up there so I can check out the comments as we craft. So I'm looking at this. We've got Just Jade. We've got Magenta Madness. It looks a little bit like we've got a bit of Poppy Parade and maybe Flirty Flamingo. And we've got Misty Moonlight. So I'm thinking I actually want to use the Just Jade because I actually like that. And it's quite fitting because my daughter's name is Jade. So I have a bit of a tendency for this beautiful paper. So I'll grab it. Okay, so we've got some Just Jade, and I'm going to make my card base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this card base at 4 inches this way. And I'm going to do it at 11.5 inches the other way. Okay, and very rarely do you ever see me do a card this shape, but it fits with this type of card. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to need another piece of this designer's, of this cardstock at 11.5. But I'm going to do this piece at, I'm thinking 2 inches. 2 or 2.5? Oh, I might do 2.5. Okay, so 2.5. And I'm going to score that at 5 3/4 inches. Okay, let's score that at 5 3/4 inches. Okay, so that's my base that I need. And we'll go with this. So this one here, I'm going to fold in half. So this is my May host code. So if you want to do any online ordering, this is my website. So donnagray.stampinup.net. That's my online store if you'd like to place an order. You can also, you will find in the description up above, you will find my phone number in the description of this video. If you were interested in placing an order, but you're not confident about placing an order on the internet and you would like to call me and place that order over the phone, I would be, oh, and I've done this wrong. This piece just needs to be cut at 5 3/4. It doesn't need to be 11.5. I've just remembered. I'm just doing this off the top of my head from a video that I was just watching of Lisa Curcio's. All right, so I did that wrong. So that one's just supposed to be 5 3/4 by 4. Okay, so 4 inches this way, 5 3/4 this way. This one here is cut at 11.5 inches and we've scored at 5 3/4 inches, and we're going to fold that and burnish that on that score line. Jacqueline's saying, Donna, don't you ever rest, or is your brain like mine and will not shut down from doing cards and videos? You know, Jacqueline, I actually don't mind. I was sitting there thinking, you know what? I want to jump on and I want to do a video. Like, I want to craft. I've had a pretty quiet afternoon. Well, when I say quiet afternoon, it wasn't quiet. I was getting all my catalogs addressed and getting ready to send them out. So I have had a bit of an afternoon that, yeah, has been, I don't know, a bit relaxing. So I decided that I wanted to jump on and do a bit of crafting. So I'm going to cut this one at 3 3/4 this way. And I want to do it by 5.5 inches that way. And that's going to give me a base for this part here. Okay. Now I'm just wondering whether I want a little bit of a different pattern. So I might bring in that pattern paper again. Either that or I change this piece up. I might end up changing this piece up. Do I want to change that piece up? Let me see. What have we got in here? I want to look at the other textured patterns and see if there's something else that will go with it rather than, I think there was a blue one. I think I could use, there was one that had blue on the back. That's green. That's yellow. I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. There was one that had, oh, no, I don't really want to do that. Ah, it's this one right on the bottom here. Duh. That one there. I'm going to use that one because I want to actually use a bit of a contrasting color. All right, so with that, I'm going to cut a strip to go on that front piece there. So we did that 2.5 inches, didn't we? So we're going to do this piece 2.25 inches. So just like that. And it's going to be 5.5 inches as well. Like that. Okay. Just like that. So that's looking good. Hey, Kylie. Hey, Pauline. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Natalie. How are you? All the way from the UK. Hey, Kim. Thanks for joining. Okay, so I'm going to glue that piece just onto this layer here with my liquid Tombow. So just like that. Okay. And then what I'm actually going to do with this piece, you're probably looking at it thinking, what in the world is she doing? I'm actually going to pop this piece here on like that. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape on here because I want this to sit fairly well. Actually, no, I'm going to do it with liquid glue. See, I'm a bit indecisive here tonight. I'm going to do it with liquid glue. That way I can move it around and sit it where I want it to sit. So I'm going to line this up with my base like that. Okay. And then I'm going to line this one up over the top to stick onto that piece. Are you ready? Just like that. So we've got it sitting where we need it to be. All right. And then this bit's going to fold down over. So see how we've got this cute little fun fold? Right. So now I've got it sitting on there where I want it to be. Now I will pop some glue on here. And liquid glue will be fine. And down at the bottom here, I'm actually just going to trim that off before I glue it on. If I can find a pair of scissors, there's a pair. I'm just going to trim that off level. Now, you could maybe cut it like 1/8 of an inch shorter. It could even be shorter than that. You don't really have to have it that it's going to sit flush. Now I'm going to line that up on that base part of my card. So I'm going to line that up that I've got a nice border all the way around. And I've got my cute little piece that's going to flap down over the front. Okay. So just wait for that to take hold. All right. So now we're going to need a piece of Whisper White, which I tend to have a scrap piece here, which is super, super fun. We're going to get into a little bit of stamping here again. So I'm going to grab my mason jar. Now I will bring in my pierce mat to make sure that we stamp this properly. I'm going to bring in the pierce mat like that, and I'm going to stamp my mason jar just down the bottom. I'm actually going to stamp it this way because that will save a bit of space. So I'm going to stamp the mason jar. Once again, with my half piece turned over the other way, so the reverse side of that. Hey Marion, how you going? Hey Sue, hey Helga, thank you for joining. And Leanne and Kathy. Hey, Marion, how are you? Matthew, welcome. Who else have we got? Annette. Okay, so I'm going to ink up my Seaside spray and I'm going to stamp that off because I don't want to have it that dark. So just like we did last night. So we're going to ink that up, stamp it off, ink it up again. That was not good. Ink it up, stamp it off, and then we're going to line up over that mason jar. So that was Seaside spray that I've used there, and that's going to give us just the water line. So it's just a hint of color. Okay, now what flowers have we got? The tulips. So we need to ink up the tulip stamp set. Stamp. And I'm just going to stamp them over here. All right. And then I need to stamp my stems in here. Hello, Liz. How are you? Fancy catching me live again? Okay. I don't know why. Every time I go live, it doesn't seem to want to record it. But anyway. All right. So I'm going to pull that down here. And we're going to make sure we stamp those stems up towards that rim so that we've got it definitely where we need it to be. All right. So I'm going to probably bring in some blends again. So I think I'm going to use my So Saffron tonight, and I think I'm going to use just my Seaside spray. Seeing we don't have the Misty Moonlight. Is that what it's called? Misty Moonlight? Did I get that right? Is that what it's called? I can't remember. The blue. Okay. So I'm going to color some of these gorgeous flowers, and I'm just going to copy a little bit of the designer series paper here because you can see here we've got some blue tulips. We've got, I don't really have a pink, so I'm going to have to just do blue and yellow tulips, I think, in this one. So I'm going to do light So Saffron here. Color a little bit more with the dark down in the bottom part so it looks a little bit more color. So I'm going to do light Seaside spray on this one. And once again, a little bit of the dark. Is that dark Seaside spray? Yes. Bit of the dark down in the bottom just to give a bit of shading. And we can go back through with our light again. And I tend to, when I'm trying to blend in where the light meets the dark, I like to use the bullet tip, mainly so that you get that blending happening nice. I'm going to do that one up there. We'll do that one in the Seaside spray. This one can be in light So Saffron. And we'll do a little bit of dark down the bottom. There's not a great deal difference between the light and the dark So Saffron, so you don't actually have to blend very much with them because you can't really see a great deal of difference. You can in the Seaside spray, but just not in the So Saffron. Okay. So it is Misty Moonlight. Thank you, Marion. I was like, I was second guessing myself. I was thinking, I know the colors so well. When I watch other videos and things, I'm like, yep, I know what the colors are. And then when you get on live and you go to say it, it's like you start to second guess yourself. Like, is it really that name? We will get used to them. They are new colors and we will get used to them. So that's looking quite good. Oh, bullet tip end I need. All right, what can we do with those ones? I'm thinking this one over here can be some Seaside spray. And I'm thinking this one here can be Seaside Spray. We'll do it all Seaside Spray. I probably could have done Flirty Flamingo, but I wanted to keep the colours pretty uniform here. Okay, we'll do another one down here, can be blue. And then those ones can be So Saffron. Okay, and I might do that one, Seaside Spray. Look at that, cute as a button. I'll do those in the dark Seaside Spray just to get a bit more colour contrast. And I'm thinking, what have we got here? Light Smoky Slate is going to be these pieces. All the stems are going to be light Smoky Slate. And those bits up through there. Quite relaxing colouring. Okay, oh, bit in there. And I think that will do. You can't wait to order the new colours in blends and the ink pads. I know, Marion, I can't wait either. You're still learning the names of them as well. Hey, Carly Marie, how you going? All right, so I'm going to punch out our cute little mason jar. So I'm going to bring in the punch. And we're going to punch it out. So just there like that. Now this part, we don't have a framelit to cut these flowers out, but yes, are you ready for it? I'm going to fussy cut because why not? If there's no die, the next best thing is to fussy cut. Now, the main thing with fussy cutting is making sure that you move your paper, not your scissors. So you can see here, I'm rotating the paper in my hand, not the blades of the scissors. That way you get a much smoother, just cut that away so I've got a bit more room. That way you get a much smoother cut outside edge without any sharp pieces because you're moving the cardstock. Okay, so that's one of the main things to always remember when you fussy cut. Make sure you move the cardstock, not the scissors. And to tell you the truth, I was never ever a fan of fussy cutting, never. But since I've been with Stampin' Up, and I mean, like, the beauty of Stampin' Up is the majority of the time we actually don't have to fussy cut because we do have framelits that match, but in this instance, we don't. So that's just the way it is. I'm going to stick that in behind. So I want them looking like they're coming out of the jar. I do need to colour these. Forgot about those. All the stems. Need to colour those. So as I said last night, this is going to be my first online class starting on the 3rd of June. Now, even with us as demonstrators, these items are selling above the forecasted amount. So you know what that means? That means that when it comes to ordering time, when the catalogue goes live, that there's a fairly good chance that some of these might go on back order. So if that's the case, my idea would be, I'm just checking to see, light smoky slate, light smoky slate. Where's my dark? Is that dark? What's that? Nope, that's black. Where is my dark smoky slate? It must be out here. Is that it? Dark smoky slate. There it is. So what I'm saying is, if these are on your radar, my suggestion would be at the beginning of June to get in an order quickly. I mean, the beauty of it is, even though that they're going to go on back order, they're going to eventually come back again. So Marion's saying the Stampin' Up! Snips are great. Yes. Hey, Mandy, how are you? Fancy seeing me here. Exactly. Fancy this. I'm going live. I've discovered a way of making my internet work of a night time to stream live on Facebook, which is awesome. I've been wanting to do this for so long. All right, so there we have that done. So we've got this gorgeous fancy fold happening here. So we're going to place this cute mason jar on here. Now, what I want to do is I want to pop a little bit of double-sided tape on the back there, and I'm going to glue my flowers in behind the lid of the mason jar. But you know me, yes, it is there. I was going to say, I think I want to use some of the white baker's twine again tonight, just to wrap around my little mason jar. All right, so I'm going to glue the flowers in behind. So the beauty of that is it definitely looks like the flowers are coming out of the jar. Can you see that? How super, super cute is that? All right, so I want to pop that. I think I want it there, but I actually want to, I'm going to pop it up, but I want to tie some of this gorgeous white thread around. And because we've got a little bit of that double-sided tape there, we can. So I'm just going to wrap some of this thread around my mason jar. Okay. I think that will be enough. All right, so I'm just going to pop another little bit of double-sided tape on the back to hold that thread in place. So just like so, and trim that off. Now I've got to try and find a sentiment that I'm going to use here. So trim that off. Okay, so we've got the cute twine going around, and once again, me being bow challenged like I am with twine, but we will give it a go. I've found this natty trick that if you, oh, those scissors are so sticky with glue, that if you do a double width of baker's twine, that it tends to tie a little bit better. But you all know I am bow challenged when it comes to twine. But there you go. Look at that. I seem to have been able to master it since I've decided to do the double twine bows. So if you've struggled with twine and getting your bows to sit really nice, try the double twine technique. So it seems to be a lot easier. Hey, Jan, how you going? And there it is, exactly. And there it is, says Vicky. Okay, all right, so that's looking cute. All right, so I'm going to use a glue dot just to stick that little baker's twine bow in place on my mason jar, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to pop that mason jar up on the front. Hey, Kerry, how you going? Hey, Kathy. I'm going to give you a call, Kathy, as soon as I'm finished doing my live video here. I told you I was thinking about it. I was just messaging Kathy before saying, I'm thinking I might go live, but then I may not. But you know what? I got up and I thought, just go and do it. And, you know, since I've got out here and I've started crafting, I'm a happy girl. So thank you everyone for watching. So once again, please feel free to share the video. If you're watching, please feel free to share the video. You never know who on your Facebook profile, who out of your friends might want to join me in some crafting. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right. And then I'm going to pop that on the front. So we're going to do that. All right, and of course, I'm sure we need to put some Wink of Stella on these. What did I do with my Wink of Stella? Here it is. Everything's still out from last night. I haven't touched my desk since last night because I've been so busy doing catalogs today. So if you are a customer of mine, you will be getting catalogs. That's about the third lot of catalogs that I've been sending out. I've been doing them in batches so that it doesn't feel like such a huge job. Well, it is a huge job no matter what you do, but I've been doing them in little batches. I send a lot out each day, and I finally got to the end of it. But if you're watching and you're new, please say hello and let me know that it's the first time that you've watched me live. And if you haven't got a demonstrator and you live in Australia, I would love to send you a brand new catalogue. And Matthew, I have addressed yours and your mother's, and they are on their way. Now, you make sure, though, I've put 2 catalogues in the bag. You make sure you give your mum one. I'm sure that you will be bursting at the seams when you see your satchel turn up. All right, so now I need another piece of Whisper White to go on. You may be saying, where do you write? Because we've got this happening here. So you may be saying, where in the world are we going to write on this card? Well, I'm going to show you. I'll move that out of the way. I'm going to cut another strip at 2 1/4 inches that way out of my Whisper White, and 5 1/2 inches that way. All right. Now, we need to be able to stamp something on this. I feel like I want to put some flowers just down in that bottom section so it looks like it blends with the rest. So I'm just going to bring in my scrap piece of paper, and I will grab my tulips again. Where did I put them after I finished? Are they there under that? No? Oh, there they are there. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do here is I think I might stamp off like half of the mason jar off the side of this little insert piece, because we want to have a fair bit of room to be able to write. So I think I'm going to stamp it there like that. I also want to do, I like that little zigzaggy pattern for it to sit on. So I'm going to do that. So it looks like it's actually grounded on something and not floating in the air. And then I'm going to grab my tulips again, which are here. We might do another little bit of colouring again. So I just need to line that up. Sorry, I need to get in here to get over the top to make sure they line up. So just there. I think that's lined up. It's very hard. I probably had my head in the camera then. And I did. I just looked at it and I'm like, I did. All right. So I'm going to do that. I'm thinking I had something out yesterday that had just a little sentiment. I actually might bring in this one here. I wonder will that sentiment there fit? So this is our Forever Fern. I'm having so much fun with these gorgeous new stamp sets. I want to do that on the front. So hello on the front. And then this one that says, to a friend that makes me smile. I think that's going to fit there. I think it will fit there. Yes. Look at that. All right. So we'll mount those up on a block. And I think I'm going to ink that in, I think I'll just do it in the grey so it stands out a bit. So to a friend that makes me smile. Right there. Look at that. Okay, so I want my hello. I'll do that on just a scrap piece of paper, which I have my scrap here from where I cut out my mason jar. I'm just going to do my little hello down here on the bottom. Ah. Hopefully that's straight. Yep, not bad. All right. Trim out my hello. You loving tonight's project, Matthew? Now, I've got to try and get this here. Yeah, there. So I can trim that down because I want that looking pretty little. Look at that. Hello. We'll do that for the front. Okay, so then I just want to color this quickly with my So Saffron again. So we'll do that one and that one. Seaside Spray. What's that one? Light or dark? That one's light, so we'll do it that one. That one. Okay. I'm not going to spend as much time coloring these as what I did out the front. That one and that one maybe. And that one. Because you all, I'm sure you all know how to color by now. Okay. And we might do, is that the dark? That's light. We'll do the dark. Is that dark? Oh, that's light as well. How come I've got light and light? Where's my dark? So saffron, is that it? Yes. Okay. Well, there you go. I'm going to have dark So Saffron flowers inside. And we'll do our smoky slate again, which is that one there. Ah, I need to do the stalks of my flowers in the jar. I forgot about that, and our water. All right, that's looking good. Okay, let's get our stalks and we'll stamp those. Ah, my phone is saying low battery again. It did that last night, remember? It's the time of the night. Okay, there. All right, so then I'll do my stems. So like so. We'll color those with our smoky slate. I must say, since I've been playing with this set, I absolutely love it. Who out there that's watching thinks it might be on their wish list? I did have a comment on one of my videos on YouTube saying, I didn't think I liked this set. It wasn't on my radar until I seen you play with it. Which that makes my day. I love it. I think, well, I'm doing my job well if I've all of a sudden convinced them that they need to buy it. So stamping off again and using that ink to get that water look here. So Matthew saying me, Margaret saying me. So if I changed your views, you're thinking it's definitely on your wish list now. All right, so we'll move that out of the way and we'll do a bit of the smoky slate on the lid. Got to find my dark smoky slate. There it is. And just go back through with the light. Like that. Bit of wink on there. I'm sure we need the wink of Stella to make it look pretty. Pretty, pretty. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oh, I need to do grey there. I've missed that smoky slate. I missed that little piece there. Got it. And I've missed that little piece. Oh, seaside spray. Missed that little piece on my flower. There. I think I did that the other night too. See, I'm trying to colour too quick. Okay. That's looking pretty good. All right. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Long time no see, girl. Okay. I know I've been missing on Facebook. You're probably thinking, where in the world is she gone? But I'm over on YouTube. Now, what we need to do with this one is this needs to be able to hide in behind this piece here. So what we want it to do is we want to line it up, but we want it to actually hide in here so that when we pop this piece down, it disappears. And then when they open it up, they're going to see it. All right. So I'm going to grab some liquid Tombow and we will pop some Tombow on the back here. So you really only have to eyeball this to be in line with your designer series paper and making sure that you've got enough edge. And you can see as soon as you close that, it disappears. All right. So we're going to do it that way. I was actually going to do this card the opposite way, but then when I cut my designer series paper, when I first started, I cut my designer series paper the wrong way, so I had to do it this way. But you know, I'm going to pop that hello. I think I'm just going to pop that down there. What do you think? There or up in here? I'm thinking down there. What do you think? Down the bottom or up in the flowers for the hello? Let me know what you think. Down the bottom there or up the top here? Hey, Maureen, how you going? Oh, okay, Deborah. I was just thinking I haven't been on Facebook for so long that I've missed you. Oh, well, I hope everything's all well now. Bottom, Margaret says. You're now back into your card making. That's good to hear, Deborah. I've got 2 for the bottom. I've got 3 for the bottom. I'm thinking I'm going to go bottom. 4 for the bottom. Okay. I'm going to go bottom. Sorry, Matthew. You're outvoted. The girls have outvoted you. Sorry about that. So I'm going to do the hello. I'm going to do the H-E-L part with my liquid Tombow like that. And see how we've got this overhang? I don't actually want that overhang just to hang there because it could get squashed. Like when, hey Pammy, how are you? It could get squashed when it goes in the post. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to grab a small dimensional, if I can find them. I don't know where, oh, there it is. So I'm just going to grab a small dimensional. I'm going to pop it in under there so you can't see it. I'll take the backing off. And then I'll just pop it down into that. So then it's going to hold up that part of the hello and stop it from getting pressed down, because there'll be nothing worse than your sentiment looking like it's a bit, you know, squished on that side. All right, so once again, I'm going to do my spritzing because, of course, every card needs a bit of glimmer and shine. Oh, you have watched me on YouTube. Okay, Deborah. It's very hard on YouTube. The comments go so quick that it's very hard to see people. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit of my Wink of Stella down in there, and we're going to spritz away. And that looks stunning. You probably cannot see it in the night light, but oh, I don't want to turn that up there. But we've got a spritz of glimmer and shine all over that gorgeous card. And then you've got this here. Now you could also, on the back here, you could also put a panel on the back and stamp on the back, and you could write on the back, or you've got room here to write inside as well. So, but a cute fancy fold. I think it's really, like when I seen that, I was like, oh, I want to make one of them. That's so fun. But I feel like even though we've done it that way, I would like to do one this way, that they can open the card this way and look this way, and maybe do the mason jar sitting up this way. So, but anyway, we will see. It may not have worked as far as the height of the mason jar either, but you were thinking a panel on the back too, Matthew? Yeah. So once again, if you absolutely love this product, love this stamp set. So these are my other two samples that I did last night. If you have absolutely fallen in love with these cards and with this bundle, if you wanted to purchase it right now, as I said, pop it into your starter kit. If not, the catalog will go live on the 3rd of June. So these products will be available in a couple of weeks' time. But if you put it in a starter kit, then you can get even more with 20% discount next month when the catalog goes live. So thank you everyone for watching. If you're watching this back later on YouTube, please feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. If this is the first time you've caught me on my business page and you haven't liked and followed my business page, please feel free to like and follow my business page. Give me the thumbs up. Show me a little bit of love if you enjoyed this card making tonight. And you never know, I may pop on again some other time very soon. So I hope you all have a wonderful night. And until next time, happy crafting, everybody. And I hope I've inspired you a little bit. Once again, my name is Donna Gray. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. This is my online store link, donnagray.stampinup.net, if you would like to place an order. All orders during the month of May will get my 4-card kit to make these 4 gorgeous cards that Rosewater and myself have designed. So this one was designed by Rose. This one was designed by Rose. And these 2 were designed by me. You will get that kit. If you spend over $100 with me during the month of May, you will get a kit to make these cards, 4 cards for free, sent to you by me. All you need is the Positive Thoughts stamp set to be able to complete the 4 cards. So thank you everyone for watching. If you're watching back later on, please hit that share button and share it onto your timeline so other people can get to see my crafting. And until next time, everybody, happy crafting. Bye for now.